Hello. Wow, I've watched it twice. What the best episode yet. Absolutely edge of my seat material. Just couldn't. This episode just blew me away, and it's what I suspected. I mean, Michelle Yeoh is lovely. What an awesome actress she is. She's just marvellous in anything she does. It's a real treat to see her and watch her. She's brilliant. I'm going to say, Michael Burnham's cool, man. Her character's just, it took quite a few episodes for her to grow on me. You know, and after what I've seen, maybe it meant to go that way, but there's so much more with her now, and I'll tell you, she will deal with it. I mean, this episode, from last week was pretty spectacular. I mean, we get to meet Evil Stamets from the Mirror Universe. We find out he's the one that's corrupted the mycelial network. I can't say that word. And our Stamets, well, the Prime Universe Stamets, he meets his partner in the network, and he tells him it's the evil Stamets that's corrupted it all. And he says, well, how do I get out of it? He says, just wake up. Tilly's marvellous. She tried doing a thing last week with sports, but he wakes up. She wanted it much this episode. Saru actually impressed me with the Klingon woman. I mean, he were quite brutal with her, what he came out with. I mean, he wasn't putting up with it, any crap from her. Yeah, I don't know with Klingons. I mean, I did like Tyler. I don't know. I'm not that happy he's a Klingon, really. It were a bit predictable with Tyler. But I liked, before the Klingon stuff, I liked him as the security officer, but I mean, what they did to him, I mean, DNA resequencing and his brain patterns, I mean, they've really screwed him up. But is there going to be a bit of a twist in this? Is Tyler going to be in there as well? Is the two personalities fighting for superiority? I mean, there could be, which we'll find out, but that's me speculating. On to the two Stamets, it were pretty cool. I do love the Mirrorverse costumes. You know, I really do. And to see the Mirrorverse at a new level, I mean, they really expanded on it. We got to see the flagship of the Empress. And I mean, this thing's amazing. It's got this like small sun in the middle of it. It's called the Heron, and it's massive. You know, so obviously, because I mean, the question is, we've been asking, if they got the Defiant 100 years ago, why aren't they more advanced? I mean, they should be at least a century ahead of where Kirk's lot is and Discovery. But obviously, they must have been keeping the technology back, you know, for their own use, you know, certain parts of the technology. And that the Mirror Universe classified the whole incident, which is, well, I think we all knew that, you know, but our Federation's completely, well, the Prime, they're completely unaware of that lot till Kirk crosses over. So, it's just, I mean, there was so much going on this episode. I mean, the Empress, I mean, it was great seeing the Grand Hall where she was like on that stand-up throne. I mean, she's brutal. I mean, she is brutal. I mean, when like Burnham and then Paul, you know, you're feeling for Lorca because he's just in one agoniser booth to next. And when they go to her ship, he's shoved in another agoniser booth, but she does something to him so these nerve endings don't get fully affected. So he's down in torture chamber, agoniser booth. And, you know, she, like the Empress, it all starts coming out that Michael Burnham and her and him were going to overthrow her, but she's got this, like, that's her weakness as well, is Michael Burnham. I mean, she was going to execute her, and then she revealed that I'm not the Michael Burnham you knew, and that bond goes across in both universes. And then she tells her, and then she's got all these like loyal ass lickers there, all these like the court, and she just kills them all except that governor, and she gives them a promotion. I mean, she just slaughters the rest of them with this device, and she ain't got a problem with it. And then it all starts coming together. I mean, we kept jumping to Tyler Klingon thing, and I don't know, I'm not really interested in that. I don't know, I just don't, I find it a bit pointless, really. It's, you know, the Klingon, I mean, I've got a lot of it, the Klingons have not really made an impact with me in this. I find them a bit monotone. I mean, I love Discovery, don't get me wrong, I do, and they're probably, you know, more, like I said, I've accepted them, I ain't got a problem with them, but they seem to lack personality somehow for the passionate warrior people. They just lack something, but, you know, they've changed them again, and we're obviously going to find out why, what's going on. So, yeah, I mean, but like I said, Tyler is a cool character, but is there like two personalities in there? You know, could they shove one body into another, which is pretty crazy. I mean, the Klingons, I didn't think they could do stuff like this. You know, I'm quite surprised. I know there's plastic surgery and stuff like that, and DNA sequences, but the level they were doing it for where I think it's going, I mean, I didn't know they could do that. I mean, there seems to be a bit of mysticism in this somehow. I don't know that you're stepping out of the boundaries. Yeah, it is Star Trek into like a more of another plane, yeah, you know. Like in the Mycelial Network with the evil Stamets and the good Stamets. And he meets his partner, and then suddenly they both return to their respective back in the bodies in two different locations. So it's going to be interesting what the evil Stamets' agenda is. He could be a Lorca supporter. I mean, other Stamets. He might have... I mean, how did Lorca get into other universe? Now, obviously, it's tied into the other Stamets. It's got to be. So somehow Lorca got transplanted into the other universe. And it's going to be interesting. So where's the primetime Lorca, unless the other Lorca killed him? Or did he lose his life on the Baran? Because they said he was the only one that survived. So it's going to be interesting where this goes. Now, there's been all kinds of theories. Now, when the Emperor started talking to Burnham about certain things about destiny and all this, and Michael Burnham's like sharp mind started putting certain things together. I remember the little bits like little Easter eggs. I mean, when he were injecting his eyes, I mean, I remember seeing that. I thought, why is he doing that? The thing sleeping with the phaser, all the marks on his back, and I mean, I did think, I mean, I have said in my videos that he's either Mirror Lorca, and well, obviously that's right, which is pretty cool. You know, but there's still a load of questions that need answering. And she starts putting it together, and she tells her, you know, I think the Lorca, you know, is your Lorca, he's not our Lorca, you know. And that's right, and then as he's being punished by this guy whose sister he was seeing, and he ended up, like, you know, he didn't want him to die, just kept punishing, wanted him to shout out his sister's name. Lorca got out, he let him out, agonised, but just killed him, and he got fibrillators and, you know, did him round his head and killed him, and said to him, your sister got replaced. I mean, so we're going to see evil Lorca now, which is going to be interesting. I was impressed with Saru today. I really like Saru as a character. He's so convincing. I mean, as an alien, he's got a personality. I mean, there's something about him. He is alien, but he's got that beautiful quality of that, where the Klingons seem to lack that dimension. With the other aliens in it, they've got that dimension except the Klingons. But obviously this is going to be explained. They're probably at some religious sects, I do not know. But obviously the other Klingons are out there, and it's got to be explained. Now, I saw something on Facebook the other day that there's been 15 mistakes out of canon made in Discovery. I've not read them, and I don't want to read them. But there is, I mean, I saw the comments and some people are quite furious about where this is going. I love Star Trek Discovery. I think it's pretty cool. You know, it's just got, it's developed its own identity, and it's been sneaky because it's took time to sort of flow with it, and I'm just flowing with this. So where we're going to go with this now, so what I think there's 5 episodes left, so there's 5 more weeks. So obviously I didn't think we'd find this out till about episode 14, but they've jumped with one big twist. I knew it was coming, but I think a lot of us knew he was the Mirror Lorca, or suspected. Now it was interesting about in their universe that the Terrans, so Earth must be darker somehow, that they've got a real version to super bright light, which is sort of quite interesting, and that was the difference, and I sort of quite like that. It made some kind of sense somehow. But Michelle Yeoh's the Empress. I hope she don't get killed. Now I think this is all gonna play out on some crazy level, that somehow the 2 Stamets, it's going to be Stamets and Michael Burnham and Saru from the Prime Universe are going to undo everything Evil Lorca's done, and with them crossing over, Michelle Yeoh could be sacrificed as an Empress, or it could end up where Lorca could become the Emperor, and they escape. I mean, there could be 2 ways. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the theory is that Lorca could get killed by end of series through Burnham, because she'll outthink him or do something. Because he'll say to her, you're not as ruthless, you know, as me. Because he needs her, which is interesting. He's got this connection to her. So she's the central focus between the Empress, Lorca. She's like this focus. So I think, because like when they went 2 stamps about space and time and stuff, you know, and Empress said it about he'll do anything across space and time to take what he thinks is rightfully his. I mean, this is going to be great. The full evil Lorca now, and somehow I think over the next episode it's going to be obviously this big battle, and this is only a prediction. I think time travel's going to come into this, and I think they're going to end up going back through time, back to the Klingon war, and they're going to undo it all. Somehow the spore drive Burnham is going to get sent back, and the Klingon thing's going to get undone. That'll unravel, and then what'll happen is she'll end up getting command of the Discovery without being a traitor. I mean, this is all fair. I mean, I don't know where. I mean, I think we're going to get a pretty explosive ending to this. I do like Jason Isaacs as Lorca, and there's just so much more I want from his character, because when he turned up, this programme changed for me, so they can't get rid of him. I know they've got season 2, and I think I assume he'll be in it, I hope so. So unless they find the other Lorcas alive somewhere. So I don't know. So could all this get undone through time travel, through the spore thing with the Stamets, both Stamets, you know? And then we're going to say like the full evil Tilly as well, you know. It's just the atmosphere and the speed of this. I mean, that's all speculation. I could be wrong. I mean, you know, I don't want to know, but yeah, I'm just so excited about where Discovery is going. I've just ordered, I'm going to order one of the phaser guns. So I'm going to get one. I definitely think I'm going to get the uniform. I really would like the mirror one, you know, with the armours. It just looks so cool, doesn't it? But where's... Oh, I don't know. This is just going to be... It's just a sheer joy to watch this. I am so glad Star Trek is back. I know a lot of people have had to watch Discovery, but this has been worth it. It's a sheer joy to watch this on Netflix on a Monday. It really is. So roll on next week. I mean, the Emperor. It's the showdown is gonna be amazing. Lorca, the Emperor, Burnham in the middle. The Discovery crew stuck in the middle, and the Klingons as well. I mean, obviously that's going to develop, You know, the Mirror thing could finish next week. I don't think it will. I think the Mirrorverse thing will finish the week after. So I think we've got another 2 weeks in the Mirrorverse, and then we'll get back to the Prime Universe, and we'll focus on the Klingon War to see where that plays out, unless Burnham goes back in time and undoes everything, which would be interesting. But it is the time travel speculation thing is the classic Star Trek get out card, and I hope they don't do it, but I don't know. So is there another Lorca out there? I mean, I don't. This has just been amazing. Now, there is some questions. What happened to Empress Sato? You know, when she went back to Earth for the Defiant. I hope we get some answers to this, to see what happened to her character. Is Giorgio, is she a descendant of hers or some kind of relative? I don't know. But it's going to be fascinating to find out. I mean, just to see the Mirror Universe and the size and the scope of it. I really wanted to see Earth. But I mean, what a brutal regime. You know. So, but I mean, as well, 10 years down the line, Kirk crosses over and Spock's, they've got Vulcans on the ship. So there must be some kind of equality going on in there with the Vulcans and stuff. But I mean, the Terran Empire's massive. And I'd say, I mean, they've got ships like that. I haven't seen any ships like that in the Federation universe. You know, so we'll have to wait and see. But there's a lot more with the Defiant. So do they get back for? I can't see them going through interphasic space. And are they going to warn the Defiant 10 years down the line not to go to that part of space? But if they do that, then that's going to undo the Kirk stone on the All Enterprise thing. I mean, it is like a time loop, isn't it? Where they could sort of change everything. So this is why I suspect time travel could come into this at some point. But like I said, I could be wrong. But I knew he came from Mirror Universe. I said to my friends the other way, I said he came from Mirror Universe. And I said that several weeks ago. I remember when I was reading, but way before Christmas, that the Mirror Universe coming into it. And the way he was acting, so different from a Starfleet captain of what we're used to, that there was something so dark about him for a Federation commander. You know, so I don't know. But that's my review on Star Trek Discovery episode 12. Absolutely spectacular. Why can't Netflix just release it all in one big thing, right? And then you can just sit and watch it over a weekend and just really get into it. But when this finishes, I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to just watch the whole lot as one big thing. And then when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm buying it. So that's it. But that's my feelings. I'm going with my feelings on this episode. I mean, you know, let me know what your theories are of where this is going to end. You know, but there is season 2, and we've not had much released on season 2. And when they're bringing the ship out, because I want to buy it and put it on my display shelf. You know, I love that ship. Right then, guys, I'd just like to say, live long and prosper, and I will see you on the next episode. All the best, guys.